To everyone. Peace and blessings to everyone. How's everybody doing? Welcome to another live. Tony Rome here again. Please hit that like button. Please subscribe to the channel. I definitely appreciate it. Thank you very much. If you came here, if you don't know what's going on in the travel space, if you want to know what's going on in geoeconomics and politics, some political things going on around the world, well, you just came to the right place. Okay? You just came to the right place. So, how's everybody doing? I hope everybody had a great day. I hope everybody had a wonderful day. We've been getting a lot of wind here. So, there's a possibility that the power may go out again. It went out a couple of minutes ago. So, please bear with me. I'll definitely appreciate it. Let's see how many in so far. Let me see. I think we got 4 people on so far. If you're there, please let me know. Please hit that like button. And also, please subscribe to the channel. I would definitely appreciate it. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. If you're there, give me a 1 and a comment if you can hear me. I'm just doing the mic check right now. If you hear me, hey, what's up, Mr. Marcus? How are you doing, sir? Always there, Mr. Marcus. Always good to see you, man. How you doing, sir? Hope everything's great. I'm showing 4 people on. I'm just gonna wait for a minute. I got some unfortunate news I'd like to tell you all. I wish I had some better news to tell you, but this caught me by surprise. I think there's 4 people on right now. So what's been going on, Mr. Marcus? How you been? You say, what's that? What? You said breaking news, Tony Rome held by YouTube release on bond. Salute. What's up, Chris? What's up? Okay, yeah, I'm showing 14 people in. Guys, I got some not so good news. I woke up this morning and I got a notification from YouTube saying my channel was demonetized. Yes, my channel is demonetized. I was like, you got to be kidding me. They demonetized my channel. Oh my God. And the reasons they said that they demonetized my channel was because repetitive content, which is not true. Let me tell you what happened. Let me explain to y'all what's going on. Why do I think they demonetized my channel? But I was able to appeal it. I did an appeal process, so I'm gonna have to wait up to 14 days for them to make a decision to monetize my channel again. But this is what happened. About 3 months ago, 3 months ago, I got an app from YouTube Studio. It's called YouTube Creator. Okay, it's a really awesome video editing software. Okay, also it does AI. Also, okay, it's a great app and everything. So something told me. I said, well, let me kind of investigate this. I was just kind of messing around with it, kind of playing with. I don't know. Some of y'all probably seen on my YouTube shorts, dinosaur videos and things like that. That was me really just kind of playing with, because I do animation. I do have an animation channel that I'm thinking about trying to revive again. Okay, so I started floating around with some ideas with this soft. It's a really good software that YouTube has, right? So I started making these videos. Some of y'all probably seen them. They scenario videos. You seeing this guy with a suit walking into an apartment. He's meeting a girl from Cartagena. They sitting down at the dinner table having dinner and things like that. Then I did another video of the guy that the OG at the bar. He met the girl. You know, so I've been doing all. Y'all remember? I've been doing all these videos, right? On my YouTube shorts. I'm sure some of y'all probably seen them. Okay. And what I was really trying to do is I was really trying to bring some class back to dating. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to bring some class because everything in Colombia right now is like a meat market. It's about you know exploitations and working girls and how much you pay. I'm trying to show the positive part of dating in Colombia, and those videos were getting very good views. Yeah, absolutely. To traditional dating, absolutely. They were traditional dating reels. Absolutely. And that's what I was doing. Now I did do some other videos with the dinosaurs, the T-Rex, and I was just kind of like experimenting with the software. So I'm thinking that what happens is if you post too many AI videos, then they call it being repetitive and not really putting in the effort of making quality videos. Yeah, they did this before. I mean, they didn't do this to me before, but that's what I think what happened. I know there's content out there that's worse, way worse. Absolutely, it's very worse. Yeah, it is worse. It is worse. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I feel very discouraged right now, man. I feel discouraged because it seems like we live into a society that bad behavior is being rewarded. You know what I'm saying? But the part that I don't understand, I told YouTube, I said, you are the ones that gave me the software. It's your software that I'm making this stuff from. I didn't buy this, you gave it to me. So you gave me the tools to make the software. I'm sorry, you gave me the tools to make, to be creative and make these videos. But when I make these videos, I'm doing something wrong. I'm breaking the guidelines. It doesn't make any sense at all. Why even give it to me in the first place? Right, I do understand that. Right, right. And I agree with it. I agree with it. You know what I'm saying? Because at first, I never put AI on my videos. I never use AI on none of my videos. Sometimes when I would create thumbnails, sometimes I created maybe an AI image or something like that. But no, I'm not trying to crowd it with because like look what I'm doing now. I'm doing a live video right now. And these YouTube shorts, I just, I thought it was safe to use because they gave me the software. That's why. And I was very like, I was very apprehensive to use it at first. I was like, should I use this? I don't know. I might get in trouble if I start making videos with AI in it. But then I had an idea with the traditional dating videos. And believe me, they've been getting some good views. They have been getting some really good views. So I'm going to have to wait until they make a decision. So the money that I had in there, everything is frozen. Everything is frozen. All my cash, everything in there, all the super chats you all gave me, everything is frozen. And I want to say this to there's something I want to say to content creators on here that are doing YouTube videos. Always have a backup plan. Don't use YouTube as your main source of income. Don't do it. Don't do it. Because I see why a lot of content creators, I see why they be going to Substack and these other alternative social media platforms to do their content. Just in case if some, because one thing about YouTube I notice about them, they will cut you off just like that. They'll cut you off just like that before you even notice anything is wrong. And next thing you know, or it could be even worse. They could take your whole entire channel down. Or, you know, I know people that had their whole channel taken away. But just imagine if this is how I made money. You know what I'm saying? Just imagine if this is the way how my main income came from. Just imagine what would happen if I'm in another country or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm doing content and I'm doing this full time, and then something like this happens. You know, they just, you know, that could be very devastating. So always have a backup plan. Don't let this be your only source of income. Because I've heard stories. I heard content creators. I heard content creators talk about this. You know, they say, "Well, I'm on Substack. Go to my Substack." Or you know, there's another one too. I can't remember the name of it. That people move their content on to, just in case if something happens to their main YouTube channel. So now I know what they're talking about. I know what they're talking about now. Let's see, there are people who get shot on videos, rights on videos and more, and going against the guidelines. That's good. Yeah, I see a lot. That's what makes it so discouraging, Marcus. If big YouTubers were smart, they would use their YouTube to get email addresses so they can follow their home. Yeah, they're gonna use. Yeah, if you have a big platform like Ace or one of them, I highly advise them to have a backup plan, and don't just allow this to be only because I woke up in the morning, I checked my phone, had a notification, your YouTube channel has been demonetized, just like that. No warning, no nothing. So I did do an appeal. I sent it to them today. So they say it takes up to 14 days for them to make a decision. If this channel, if they will not monetize this channel again, it's going to be up to you all of where this channel goes. And so it will be donations, basically. I mean, from Cash App, PayPal, and I would just be doing videos, not being monetized. Because I'm going to be honest with you about something. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I don't make very much money on doing videos anyway. Really, I don't. Most of what I get, the little bit of money that I get on this small channel, is from you all, Marcus, you, Eric, and a few more other people, and a few people in my membership. I only got maybe 3 people in my membership. The little tiny money I get is from donations. Most of it don't come from really good from videos. They don't. Even if I had a really good video, if I had a really good video that did okay, I'll probably get maybe 16, 17 cents out of that video. I'm not making it up. Yeah, they need to create their own. They need to create their own just in case if something happens. Because I don't want them, you know, I'm saying some people uses YouTube as their main source of income. And when they drop you like that, I mean, just that's what I'm saying. Just imagine I'm out of the country. I'm in Brazil somewhere, and YouTube. I was a big channel, and YouTube's like one of my biggest source of income. And they telling me it would be up to 2 weeks before I hear anything about my channel being demonetized. And usually, what they do is they don't warn you about it. They don't warn you. And I heard even worse situations is when their channel was completely just frozen or taken down. Yeah, that's a bad situation. I feel very discouraged today. I really did. It really hurt me because I put in a lot of time to monetize this. And I'm starting to think, is this really worth it? To keep doing this? Is it really worth it? I mean, what I try to do. Let me tell you something. What I try to do is bring you guys the truth, man. That's all I try to do, man. I try because most of you guys are young on here. Some of y'all in your 20s, your 30s or 40s. I'm just trying to tell y'all, I'm just trying to give y'all some guidance. The OG just trying to give you some guidance. That's all I'm trying to do. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm trying to do. And it's becoming very difficult to do this. To have a YouTube channel, it takes lots of work. It does. Even to do this live, it takes lots of work. And then when you see all this debauchery and stuff, on here and things like that, and like there was this one girl, she was looked like a professional rump shaker. She was shaking her rump, just a rump shaker. I mean, going 100 miles an hour. Thousands of views, thousands, thousands of likes, thousands of views. It's like that debauchery type of stuff people want to see. They want to see, you know, nasty stuff. Girls, half dressed, walking around and things. That's all you see on Instagram. I put those videos on traditional dating on Instagram. I may be lucky to get 100 views. But if a girl get on there and start you know, showing herself off and doing the rump shaker and all that type of stuff, get thousands. There's one girl on there. I'm not gonna mention her name. She only posted 100 videos. You know what I'm saying? With that X-rated type of stuff, content. You know what I'm saying? Like OnlyFans type of content. She only put 100 videos on her account, on her channel, and got over 300,000 followers. 300,000. I can't compete. It's hard to compete with that type of content now. And you see all this crazy content and stuff on YouTube and stuff like that. And here it is. I'm trying to give traditional dating advice, and I get reprimanded. I mean, I'm hearing people on YouTube and on Instagram and what's the name of that other one? TikTok, just spewing garbage out of their mouths, using cuss words and everything, using profanity, cussing, and things like that. And guess what? Let me tell you this. I have a book that I was trying to promote on Instagram. Instagram and on TikTok. This book right here, I told you guys that I wrote, right? I created an ad to promote my book, right? They took it down. They took it down. Not YouTube. I'm talking about Instagram and TikTok, saying that I violated the policy guidelines. The material that what you were using is a good. I was like, I don't believe this. They took it down. I think that I violated the guide. Here it is. I'm trying to promote my book. I'm trying to do something positive, but you let all that other garbage, all that debauchery and cussing and disrespecting each other. I'm talking about people literally fighting, getting into fights, beating the crap out of each other. They show that stuff. But I'm being reprimanded for traditional dating. I'm being punished because I'm trying to do something positive. I just felt like giving. I felt like just saying, just heck, I just forget it. Heck with it. Heck with YouTube. Heck with all this social. I just feel like I'm just done. I'm done. I just that's how I feel right now. Eric, what's happening? What's happening, Eric? What's up, man? I'm just really disappointed. YouTube demonetized my channel. Yep, they demonetized it. Yep, they demonetized my channel because they said the content I had was repetitive, and it wasn't no what you call work that goes into it or something. I think it was too much AI stuff. Okay, you're driving to work. Cool, 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 cool. Yeah, yeah. So what I'm gonna start doing, this channel is gonna be up to y'all if y'all want me to continue this or not. If y'all getting anything out of this channel, then please support it. Help me support this channel. I'm going to put my Cash App and my PayPal in the description when I'm done with this video. Okay? Because I'm gonna be honest with you, with the videos, I don't make nothing on the videos anyway. I don't make nothing on the videos anyway. But you always help, Eric. I really appreciate you. And you too, Marcus. I appreciate what you guys do. So right now you can't do a super chat or anything right now. Um, I'll let y'all know how the membership, what they're gonna do about if they don't monetize the channel back again, then you guys can withdraw from the membership then. Y'all can do that. Yeah, I do. I feel very disencouraged, right? It just seemed like, um, bad behavior is what gets rewarded. You know what I'm saying? I go on social media and I see so much garbage on there. I'm talking about cussing. I see daughters fighting their mom. I'm talking about fighting. I'm talking about like grabbing each other's hair and whipping it off and stuff like that. People getting beaten up by ice and all this type of stuff. People being grabbed by their throat out of the cars. That's what people want to watch. Thank you, Eric, man. Thank you very much, man. And like I said, what I try to do, man, I try to give you guys the truth, man. The reason why I do these videos because life is, man, I would be 62 years old this year, and that those years went by so fast. And I just don't. I just want you guys to be better than me, man. I don't want to see you guys waste 10 or 15 years on nothing that have nothing to show for. I see this happen all the time, man. I see this happen all the time. People they don't prepare for the future, okay? And then what happens is, and this is what I don't want to happen to you all. When you get to a certain point when you can't take care of yourself anymore, We all going to get old one day, man. We all going to get there. If you keep living, we're going to get there. Okay? And if you're not prepared, you end up out in the street, homeless. No, YouTube gave no. Well, they said something about. They said that the video. They said something about it was repetitive type of content. Content that didn't take much work. You know what I'm saying? I think they was going after those AI videos that I put up there. That's what they was. I think they were saying. But what's so crazy? What was so crazy about it, Eric, is that YouTube gave me the software to make those type of videos. They the ones that started it. It's called the YouTube Creator Editing Software, and it has an AI features and stuff in it. And I was experimenting with it, and I said, "Wow, I could really make some really good videos with this." So some told me, "So why don't you start creating traditional dating videos?" And those videos were doing very well. So that's what I think that got me in trouble when I started making more of those type of videos. But I still do like live videos like what I'm doing now with you all. I still do those type of videos. So it's not like everything is AI. Now some of my thumbnails, you know, maybe a few months ago, I used AI for thumbnails. I did use AI for that. But I do understand what YouTube is talking about people just throwing up just garbage videos. Don't spend 2 seconds, making AI videos. I can understand that. But what I'm telling you all is that be very careful if you're a content creator because, like I said, just imagine if this was my only way, my biggest source of income, and then they just take it away from you just like that, and withhold your money, whatever little money that you got coming in. You know what I'm saying? Royalties, whatever from your videos and your super chat. I can't even get those now. They freeze everything. So what if I had to pay rent? So they're talking about this could take up to 2 weeks. 2 weeks without making money, without getting paid. So always have a backup plan. Always do that, okay? Always have a good backup plan. Okay, guys? Okay, we're gonna get into the meat of this video. Like I said, I will put the information in the description after this video, after I do this live, okay? But let me ask you guys a question. I was given some bad news about Medellin again. Somebody had passed away. They found somebody dead in his apartment. He's been there for I don't know how many days, but they found the body in an apartment, and they say it was drug related. You know, and they still turning people away. They. Let me tell you something. They are really cracking down on sexual exploitation in Colombia. They are really cracking down on sexual exploitation in Colombia. And we're going to talk about that. But let me ask you guys a question. I heard this young lady on Instagram. Her name is Mariah. I don't know if you all ever heard of her or not. She does a lot of content on Instagram. And she's an expat and her and her daughter is from America. She's a black woman, but she lives in Medellin. And she said something about Does looks really matter to Colombian women and women abroad? Okay, I want you to listen what she said. Give me 1 second. Let me bring it up. Let me bring this up. And I want you to tell me what you think about this. Okay? Just 1 second here. Move this over just a little bit there. Okay, here we go. Hope you guys can hear it. Okay. Here we go.
Cannot find a good woman in Colombia. Before I do that, I want to show y'all this view. It rained earlier today. Y'all, look, it's so beautiful. Medellin is really a concrete jungle, for real. Look at all the foliage. Made a video talking about where you all can find good women in Colombia. And some men agreed with me, but then I noticed there were others who were like, I dated dentists and I dated lawyers, and they still asked me for money, or they were still using me for my money. Well, then I looked at your profile picture and I have to ask, do you know what looks compatibility is? I'm going to tell y'all what a lot of y'all's problem is, and y'all not going to want to hear this. Y'all think that only men care about looks and women don't, as long as you have money. And that's not true. All the men that I see saying things like that, you're trying to date women here who are not compatible with you looks wise. I think y'all believe that just because you left the United States, that you can naturally pull women that you wouldn't otherwise be able to pull in the United States. And I'm here to tell you, in the United States, that is a true measure of your looks, where you lie on the look spectrum. I know y'all like to rate us 1 through 10. We be rating y'all 2. We be rating y'all 2. So if you cannot pull a 10 or a baddie or even a 6 or a 7 in the United States, what makes you think that in Colombia those type of women want to rock with you for the free, that they like you for you? No, y'all need to start being realistic about the kind of women that y'all are dating. I say this all the time. Local men are very realistic here. A lot of them are not dating the super baddies. They date regular looking girls, or they date women that are looks compatible with them. So if you walking around gut swole, balding, maybe your hygiene isn't the best, and you think that you deserve to date Miss Fine police officer who may or may not have invested in a BBL, you're delusional. You need to, think more realistic. Think more realistic. And I promise you'll have better results. Why you, yes, you cannot find.
Okay. Okay. Okay, Smooth Life is in the house. What's up, Smooth Life? Smooth Life, I gotta update your son. YouTube demonetized my channel. Her name is Mariah. Her name is Mariah. She's on Instagram. She's an expat. Her and her daughter lives in Medellin. She's from the States. You said I agree with her. Okay, who else agrees with this? How many agrees or disagrees do I have on here? And she's telling the truth. Okay, I got one agree. All right, come on, tell me who else agrees with her or disagrees with her. Let me see. Smooth Light says she's 100% correct. Okay, it is her message, but there is truth to it. Yes, it is. How do you spell that? Y'all ready for my opinion? Y'all ready for my opinion? And some of y'all probably going to disagree with what I'm getting ready to say. I'm going to tell you this, okay? I'm going to give you my opinion. Some of it is yes, and some of it is no, okay? I'm going to tell you how to meet a baddie in any place that you go. Maybe not in America so much, but in Latin America, I could tell you how to meet a baddie. I have dated many baddies. Barbie, for example, was considered a baddie. Cookie was considered a baddie. Okay? Let me tell you this. I'm going to tell you how to meet any baddie. I'm gonna tell you how to do it. I'm gonna go down from the first down to the last. Okay? She's absolutely right. I'm not saying she's right. She's not all right and she's not all wrong. Okay? The most important thing that Colombian women like, and I'm telling you from experience being down there multiple times. One of the things that they find very attractive is your hygiene, the way you smell. That's very important. Your hygiene is extremely important, and your appearance. Okay, and your appearance. I'm talking about nice clean pair of shoes, tennis shoes, nice pair of. I'm not saying you have to be dressed up. Nice pair of clean jeans, nice shirt, showered, beard or shaved really well, hair, cut very well, very, looking very, how can I say, um, looking dapper. That's what we used to call it back in the old school days. You know what I'm saying? Look like a gentleman. That's why I was doing those traditional dating videos. They love a man that smells good. They love a man that smells good and dress well. I'm not saying to wear a suit, nothing like that. I'm talking about wearing fresh clothes, fresh shirt, fresh pair of pants, and nice shoes. Let me see what is because you were paying tone. No, not all of them. No. You're assuming smooth life. You are assuming. No, it's not. No, it's not. Because I'm telling you this on Smooth Life because when I go to Colombia, I get a lot of compliments about the way I dress. Yes, I do. Don't forget, I'm the OG. We grew up on dressing good. Okay, I keep my hygiene. I go to the dentist. I keep my I get cleaning in my mouth. I make sure I have good oral hygiene, all that type of stuff. I have gotten compliments about that. Matter of fact, one of the young ladies that gave me a hug, she said, "Oh my God, you smell good. What is that you're wearing?" Sometimes I wear this like scented deodorant. It's not secret, but you just spray it kind of like on your body a little bit, not too much, just a nice little scent. They love stuff like that. I'm telling you from experience. And no, it had nothing to do with money. Because if you smell nasty and look nasty, money's not going to make no difference. They came on their own free will. Barbie and Cookie came on their own free will. Because these are people I've been talking to for multiple months. Another thing, your looks. Do they care about looks? No, they don't care about looks. If you have, let me tell you something, the worst thing you could do to any woman, please, guys, I've been doing this for almost 40 years. And see, this is why I do this channel. I'm trying to teach you something. You can look at, if you have a good swag about yourself, and if you have good confidence in yourself, that goes a long ways, a long way. And one thing women that's a turn off to them, if you have low self-esteem about yourself, that is a turn off. Let me tell you something, Smooth Life. You're gonna pay something. Let me ask you a question. If she comes and visits you and she have kids, do you know she has to have people to watch those kids and it takes money to watch those kids? If you want to take her out to get something to eat, you're gonna have to pay for that. If I take her down to the cafeteria and want a drink or something, you're gonna have to pay. Nothing is free. See, I'm getting ready to get to that right now. No relationship is free. That's a lie. If anybody tell you, oh, I was with this girl and I didn't have to pay for nothing, that's a lie. And to most women, that will be a turnoff. I'm getting into that right now. Economics is the biggest. Economics is the biggest. Women love men that have money. Unfortunately, that's reality. Good evening. How you doing, sir? If you guys are here the first time, please hit that like button to subscribe to my channel. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Money makes the world go around. If you don't have no money, believe me, you're not going to get no honey. Let me tell you something. If you are married to a woman and you get laid off and there's no money coming through that house and you got an eviction notice posted on your door, you ain't going to get none that night. I guarantee you, you won't. Financial security is probably the biggest. That's probably the biggest is financial security. So no, do I say do I believe that Cookie and Barbie was all just about the money? No. But do you have to take care of them? Yes. Hey, let's go get a hamburger. Let's go to the bar called Skybox in Morales. You get a taxi or whatever, Uber, you gotta pay for that. They need a taxi Uber to get to come see you, you gotta pay for that. In Colombia, if you don't got no money, you ain't going far at all. You're not. Just dating, period. And it's even worse here in the United States. Now, here in the United States, it's not so much on how you look, it's what you got. It's what you have. Women here date up. They don't date down, they date up. If they see that you got something, if they see that you about something, you got a business or something like that, you're making six figures a month, believe me, you have no problem getting women. You wouldn't. You wouldn't. But if you broke and have low self-esteem and you cheap, you're not going to get very far. Let me tell you this. Money rules. Money rules. Smooth life. I don't care how you look. Did you know the number one cause of divorce is financial? Did you know that? The number one cause of divorce is financial. I've seen ugly dudes pull nice looking baddies. I've seen it before. Because that's what she was talking about. If you can't get a baddie here, what makes you think you can get a baddie over there? I'm telling you, I'm telling you the truth. Let me tell you what happened to me one time. I'm going to confirm what I'm talking about. I was invited to a party. I'll never forget this. It was called Girls Night Out. Okay, it was a girls' party. They had it down here at the State Hall, down here downtown Detroit. Okay, I think it was called the State. What was it called? We got the Fox Theater down there, and we got another place called God, I can't remember the other place. I think it's called the State Hall. I think that's the name of it. Well, anyway, a girlfriend of mine gave me a ticket. She said, "Here, I'm not gonna be able to make it to this event. I'm gonna give this ticket to you. I'll never forget this." So back then, we used to have a men's clothing store. It was called the Men's Warehouse. Okay, so I went there and got a tailor-made suit. They measured it and everything. They measured my. I'm just trying to give you guys some experience here, okay? So stay with me, all right? They gave me a tailor-made suit, okay, with the shirt, tie, and I got the socks and the matching shoes because I wanted to wear something really nice when I went to this party because the crowd there was like 99.9% women, okay? That's why they call it Girls Night Out. But she gave me the ticket to go. So I put on this real nice suit. I was sharp as I wish I had some pictures for y'all to see, man. I wish I had some pictures for y'all to see. I was sharp. I was sharp. I was really sharp. Sharp as a tack. Okay. I get my ticket and I walk in there and it was just wall to wall. It was just women everywhere. All in the balcony, all on the main floor. Women from California. It was a radio station that was giving this party. Let me tell you something. I walked in there with that suit on. I was looking sharp as a tack, man. And man, all those eyes was looking at me. And it was like, wow, look at you. Man, you're sharp. And it had to be about 20 women surrounded me. I'm not making this up. They surrounded me. And a lot of them walked up to me. They started feeling my collar of the suit jacket and everything. They said, "Wow, man, you look good. You look sharp. You look great. Look at you." And I had a haircut too. My haircut was really cut, really nice and everything. I had the appearance like I had something. That's what I tried. And plus, I had self confidence when I walked in there. I wasn't holding my head down, looking all humble and stuff like that. I walked in there like I was a big shot. What year was this? This was back in, let me see, probably 2000, year 2000. Yep, that was back in 2000. Yep. I was getting hit so many times at that girls' night out. It was pathetic because it looked like I had something. But I'm not saying you have to dress up like a suit all the time. But I work with women at the hospital. I work with 98% women in the hospital. And let me tell you something. You see these glasses I got on? These were new glasses. When I first bought these glasses, I was getting compliments back and right, back and right. I said, wow, man, look at those glasses. Those glasses look so sharp on you, you know? And then sometimes when I would buy some new gym shoes or something, because I'm on my feet a lot, another thing they do, they look at your feet and see what type of shoes that you wear. I'm telling you, this makes a big difference. I mean, I consider myself as an average looking guy. I'm not all that good looking, all that, like wow, 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 wow. But it's the way how I carry myself, self confidence. You know, if you walk around with your head down, you know what I'm saying? You walk up to a baddie, because you know what made me, you know what? I'm going to tell you something. You know what made me think this way? Because I used to feel like that. I used to feel inferior in front of baddies. I did. Let me see. I'm going to read some of these. 25 plus years ago, completely different dating market now. Dating now. No, no, not smooth life. I have the same type of thing in Colombia right now. I get compliments in Colombia all the time. I get the same thing in Colombia all the time. And also, that means that women who are grounded, when a woman isn't grounded, she is phased by material. Yeah, material things, right? I'm not saying. Again. I'm not saying that you have to be rich. I'm not saying that, but you have to be presentable. You have to wear nice. You have to wear decent clothes. You know what I'm saying? Well groomed. You know what I'm saying? Decent shoes. You know what I'm saying? Smell good. You don't have to be a super fine guy to date a baddie. You don't. You really don't. It all depends. What I'm saying is, I've seen people. Okay, I'm just saying this move. Like I've seen people, and according to myself, I've seen people who don't look that good, but pull some of the biggest baddies ever. I've saw it many times. I used to be a musician. I used to see it all the time. I said, God, how did that? Like I see these little short guys and stuff. These little guys sitting in the back with these baddies. I said, how did he get hurt? I was like, wow, how did he get hurt? I've seen it. I'm telling you, I've seen it before many times. Everything is a mind game, mind game. How you feel about yourself. If you walk to somebody, if you think that baddie is inferior over you, then you will feel inferior. Sure, I walk past and say I'm the baddest mofo ever. I'm just as good as you is. It's a privilege for you to be with me. That's how I look at it. Right, there you go, Marcus. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, looks do matter, but if you improve you can improve your looks. You can improve your looks. You know what I'm saying? If you're walking out of the house with a nasty jacket on, being all out and everything, smelling bad, looking crazy and stuff, no one's going to talk to you. Money does attract. If you look like you got, just like on a job interview, when you go to a job interview, did you know? I found this out too. When you go for a job interview, did you know, and this is true, I'm telling you the truth, when you go on a job interview, 70% of you, depending on you getting that job, depends on your appearance. They look at your appearance. Yes, they do. And they used to teach us this in high school. 70% depends on you getting that job based on how you look. When I used to go for an interview for a job, I wear a nice pair of slacks, nice shoes, white shirt, and a tie when you go for a job interview. Let me ask you a question. If you're getting a job at a Fortune 500 company making three figures a year, and you walk in there with flip flops on, in your drawers, and a wife beater, do you think you're going to get that job? Do you think you're going to get that job? It's the same thing. Same thing. So what I'm saying is, part of it, I agree with her, and just part of it, disagree. I don't disagree with you either, Smooth Life. I don't disagree with you. I know it's very difficult to get dates in the States. I do know it. It is very difficult. But unfortunately, if you're going to date a baddie, a real baddie in the state, you're going to have to basically pay for it. You're going to have some money. NFL, NBA, movie star, unfortunately. Well, guys, I'm going to get off this live stream, and I thank you all for coming again. I got another one for you guys. Probably Tuesday, I'm going to do another live stream. I will keep you up to date about how the monetization going. Was that the reason you go to Colombia so much is that because it's sure of being on one here. That's okay. Yeah, I understand. I understand that you're right, the situation here. You know what I'm saying? But the difference between um, me personally, I think the reason why you get treated so differently in Latin America countries than you do here is because of financial inferiority. They know that you're a gringo, they know you're a foreigner, and they know that you have more money than they got. And they show you a little bit more respect because they have less. Ask yourself this question. Two, ask yourself this question. Let's say if all the women in Colombia made more than you did. Let's just say, for instance, would they still give you time of day? Would they still treat you like the way they treat you when you go down there? Think about that. Because the way how women treat us here is because they got more choices. They can be picky. And they got some, especially if they're a baddie. And then another thing that I'm going to tell you this, then I'm going to jump off this live stream. some men cater to these women too. I see it on social media all the time. I see it on social media all the time. I see it on social media all the time. Oh wow, you're so beautiful. Oh wow, ooh wee. Oh my God, you're so fine. Oh my God, you're so beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying that some they like the handsome guy. Yeah, you're right. But you don't have to be a handsome guy to date a baddie. That's what I'm telling you. Because I've seen non-handsome guys date baddies before. Many of them. In 40 years of being in the game, I've seen the good looking ones get them, and I've seen the bad looking ones. But the bad looking guys overcompensate. They focus on areas that makes them attractive, that makes women want to be with them. Right, they can monetize their look easier. Right, right. And let me tell you something. Let me tell you this. Social media was the worst thing that ever happened. It's the worst thing that ever happened. Because back in my days, we didn't have smartphones. We didn't even have cell phones. The first thing that we had back in the mid 80s, like 86, 87, we started going into the pager. We had the pager that started everything. And then when your woman called, when your woman paid you, you had to find a payphone to return the call. You used to drive around to you had to go to a gas station or a restaurant to make a call on the payphone. Those were the best days, really. And women back then had limited amount of power. You see what I'm saying? They didn't have what they have today. They may have one guy trying to talk to them, maybe two guys trying to talk to them, especially if they were a baddie. Okay? The socialization was different back then. But then we moved up to the cell phone. Then we moved up to the smartphone. And then we went to Facebook and social media. That's when everything went downhill. So that same baddie that was confined to maybe one little area, now she can go on social media. Instead of talking to one man, she can talk to over a million different men. I could talk to anybody I want to. I got all these men flocking over me. I could be picky. Oh, he's too tall, he's too short, he's too fat, he's too small. They do. I remember some of the best relationships I ever had and some of the best conversations were done on payphones. It was done on payphones. Yep, it was done on payphones. Because I remember you be talking to a girl, you be on the payphone. I remember I used to work down in the DMC, right? And I used to go to the Mac Hall on my lunchtime. I was talking to this girl, and every lunchtime I was going out to the Mac Hall. And they had this booth, this phone booth. It was like off to the side, you know what I'm saying? And it was kind of private. And I put my change in there, and I would call her on that payphone. I'd be talking to her, and then the payphone would give you about 20, maybe 20 minutes. It would give you like 20 minutes. And then you had to reach in your pocket again. Say, hey, baby, hold on for a second. Hold on 1 second. Go in your pocket and you put that quarter in, then you put that nickel in, and then it charges up the minute for you. Those were the best. Those were the best. Because the girl I was talking to was confined. She was confined to an area. There was little competition. But women nowadays, whew, especially she's a baddie. She said, I don't have to talk to you. I can talk to him. Yes, women are winning on dating apps. Yep. Yep. And I'm going to be honest with you. Here, when I've tried dating apps, didn't do good at all. I don't do well on dating apps. I tried Tinder here before. Didn't work out. No matches. He said 100% correct, women. Yep. All right, guys. Thank you all for coming, man. And I will keep you guys posted on what happens with the monetization from YouTube on this channel, okay? But it's going to come down. I'm probably going to need y'all help if I'm going to stay on this channel. If I don't get remonetized again, which I don't think why they wouldn't monetize my channel again because I really didn't do nothing wrong. So, but I will keep you guys posted, okay? And I got some other things to share with y'all too, okay? All right, stay good, y'all. Be cool. I gotta go to work tomorrow. Got an early day tomorrow. And God bless you. Stay safe. And never give up, okay? You guys are special. Love you all. Peace.